Alright guys, what's up? Just stopped for the Dirty 30 for today. About 30 miles away from Little Rock, Arkansas. Reckon I'll probably make about 500 miles pretty easy today. It's not going to be real hard to do. If not making 550, 560 miles a day. I figured I could take you on a short little view of what the Kenworth T680 series trucks are like. Like I said, mine is a 2018 Kenworth T680. I just got a 455 horsepower PACCAR MX-13, and the trucks are governed at 65 miles an hour. So, like I said, nothing special. Nothing too wondrous about the T680 series trucks, especially if you're stock. But one thing every company gets a plus for: sleeper windows. But now I don't have my sheets on here because I haven't put it on just back yet. But here I've got my refrigerator, which I fit behind my passenger seat here, and this is normally a lot cleaner, I promise. But you got TV mount, storage for a microwave. I keep plates and stuff like that up here, silverware, and then just little knickknacks, like I've got peanuts over here on the side and some air fresheners and stuff. And the thing I like most about the T680 series is you have 110 standard outlets in the truck. Now pretty soon here, I'm hoping to get a TV put on that mount, and the company I'm with right now, Dart, does supply TVs and DirecTV for free for company drivers. But I gotta wait till they get that in stock at the shop in Eagan, Minnesota, and then I'll have to drive all the way up there just to get it. So, hoping to do that, but this time when I go home, I'm gonna try and get my Xbox One and put it in here, so on downtime, if I'm not filming for you guys, I have something to do. Yeah, kind of like yesterday, you know, sitting around for hours and hours and hours, you know, more than 5 hours at a time. It helps. But otherwise, I've got a laptop here. We've got games, and I can do documents and stuff like that on, just a basic one. And these bags, these little plastic bags, are your best friend in the industry. Tell you why? Because take it just like this. Take it just like this. You loop it over the armchair, pull it down, and voila, now I have a trash bag. So now when I'm driving, these two cans over here, I can throw them away, and it won't be too big of an issue. You know, I can be driving and throw my trash away at the same time. So also, there's drawers behind here which I keep some canned foods in. I just have to move my refrigerator out of the way. But the drawers are not too bad, and then you've got an open space here, which you can see I keep like sodas and juice and a case of water in. And then this closet here is a little bit of a mess, but I keep a little bit of food and some cleaning supplies in here as well. You know, saltine crackers and soup, canned spaghetti and ravioli, you know, some more silverware and some more things for chapped lips, headaches, things like that. Cans of chili up in the storage racks and stuff. You got little storage pockets over here. You got one on the bottom and one up top. Keep certain papers in here. Up above here is your vanity mirror, and you have a little hook for like a coat or something. You also have controls and an inverter in the back as well. Just one thing I also like about this series of truck, because I can control everything from the back here. I don't have to get up front to go do everything. So there's that. And then let's see what else. Up here on the sides, you've got these little storage areas here for putting stuff in. They don't always like to close. You have to kind of let them slam, and if they don't, you just kind of have to assist them a little bit. Then you've also got another one, and in this one I keep my important documents in and things like that. Like I keep my permits in here, my permits, my health card, things like that. Some more trash bags, company papers and stuff like that go in here. And then above each seat you've also got these little things. You got one on this side and one over here. And I gotta switch this radio out, because this radio, I don't know what's going on with it. Like the microphone's not working on this radio. I don't know why. I'm able to receive, but I can't transmit. So I have to figure out what to do with that. But otherwise, you know, perfectly functional radio. And when you pull this out, you just push this little thing down, and this comes out forward. It's kind of spring loaded on this little spring here. And this actually has a connection to a PA speaker. There's a little PA speaker right up under here, right where this finger is. I don't know what that lady was doing, but anyway, there's a PA speaker underneath here, which is pretty nice. You know, I throw it on PA, and then if I want to talk, I have to throw it back to CB. But otherwise, just keep it on PA, and I can listen to whatever anybody's got to say. Also, up here, I just keep little essential stuff, like more books for writing down my information for shippers and receivers. That helps me keep track of what miles I'm running, where I'm going, and where I'm going to, or coming from, what trailers I dropped, which ones I picked up, so on and so forth. You get the gist. And it's not, you know, it's pretty basic. You got 2 cup holders. You got 2 cup holders. And one thing I'll tell you guys that is absolutely essential when you come out into this industry, I think you really need to get, is these little valve stem covers for your tires. There you are. Now, these were not terribly cheap or expensive. I got these at a TA at a shop while I was just sitting around. Also, one other thing you want to try to get is a broom, like a big shop broom, as well as maybe a regular, like, household broom. The household broom you can use for cleaning out your truck, and the shop broom you can use for cleaning out your trailer. If you go to a shipper or receiver that wants you to clean your trailer out and they don't provide you with a broom or something, you know, it's an easy way to do it. I have one that disassembles, and I keep the head over here because I don't have a household broom to use over here. But I got my dog's little bed down here. There's my dog Marley. Say hi. What are you doing, little dog? Well, you want to get up there? Cool. That's my dog Marley, my little companion on the road. It's another thing I like about Dart Transit is that they allow pets to come along with you. So, pretty sweet having a little dog with you. You know, they keep you company when you're bored and feel like you're alone sometimes. A little mutt. But yeah, I mean, they give us pretty good company, pretty good equipment at this company. I try to take care of it the best I can. You don't want to be one of those drivers that completely trashes some company's truck, and when they receive it back from you, it smells like piss. People do it. I remember when I drove for Schneider, there's a couple guys I talked to that said they had received a truck that was well used, like way up into the 500,000 mile range, and piss bottles were in it. I mean, that's pretty disgusting. You don't want to be one of those people. It's not worth it. Just go walk inside and use the bathroom, please. Just be a normal human being. Otherwise, Dart Transit's a pretty good company to work for. I enjoy working for them. They get me home on time. Whenever I say I need to be home by a certain time, they always do their best to try to get me there by that time. And 9 times out of 10, I'll make it home by the time I specified. So, with that being said, here in a little while, I'm going to have to take little man out to take a walk. But I just figured I'd give you a quick tour of the truck. Just for shits and giggles, I suppose. I'm doing my dirty 30, which is just slang for a 30-minute break. You have to take one within the first 8 hours of driving, so I drove, let's see, I started out, I had 648 miles from where I was earlier this morning when I started out, and I now have 448 miles left to go to this receiver, Walmart down in New Caney, Texas. And one thing I want to say about Walmart, what is wrong with you people? Why did y'all change the check-in process? Like, I remember when I was working at Schneider, if you had a drop, there was no specified time other than this day. And the time would be 00100 to 2359 at such and such days. So, from midnight to midnight to get there. Why the fuck did y'all change it? Walmart has gotten really strict with their delivery. Like, even if it's a drop, like not even being live unloaded, if you're even an hour late, you have to, I think they said, if you're even an hour late, you have to reschedule. And if you're an hour early, you have to schedule. If you're an hour early or more, you have to reschedule to drop that load. That is insane. Why would a company complain about you being there early? I mean, that doesn't make any sense. The trailer has to be on your yard at some point. If you got it an hour, 2-3 hours early, I would think that would be a godsend. Like, you're trying to get this freight moved so you can put it in your stores, but you don't want us to be there early, but then you don't want us to be there late. I mean, it's just insanity. Kroger sucks because their live loads and live unloads take forever. And if you're an owner-operator or a lease operator, you have to pay for a lumper to unload your trailer for the company that you're delivering to. And that's a whole other scam in and of itself that I will get onto a topic of later on. But that is a huge scam. I mean, charging people to unload another company's freight. We didn't choose to deliver at this warehouse. If we could choose to deliver at a warehouse where we didn't have to pay for lumpers, it'd be a whole different story. But I mean, as a company driver, it doesn't matter too much to me because I don't have to pay that bill. But for owner-operators and lease operators, that's some BS, man. I mean, I can't imagine. I don't know how you guys do it because that would drive me absolutely insane. It's such an unnecessary expense on behalf of the truck driver. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. There's some things that there's some laws that really need to be passed in this industry to outlaw some certain practices that companies follow, and not on the trucking company, not on the trucking industry's behalf, but on the behalf of the shippers and receivers, because some of these companies that are shippers and receivers have gotten ridiculous. I mean, it doesn't make sense, some of the stuff that they do. I mean, hell, you even saw yesterday, I sat 10 a.m. about 10:43 in the morning to 8 o'clock at night just to pick up a load. That's crazy. Why couldn't you just go ahead, load it, let me take it? You want this freight delivered at a certain time, but it's not going to be there now because you made me wait. I mean, I understand that's just the industry, that's what happens, whatever. But this video is getting a little bit too long, so guys, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to take the rest of this 30-minute break and see you later down the road whenever I stop for the night. And maybe I'll share what I have for lunch. See you guys.